evening, friends. Happy September. Here we are, back in civilization, or at least I am, at the house of my friend Carmel Maddox. Thank you, Carmel, for letting me host the Monday night Playalong Bluegrass Jam from your place with blazing fast Wi-Fi and excellent lighting and very fun concert posters behind me. So I'm psyched to be back with you, everybody. It's been a while, and thank you everyone who signed up for Flat Picking Academy. I'm all caught up on my video exchanges for the time being, and looking for some new ones to come in this week that I can get back to. In the meanwhile, here we are, shaking the rust off, getting back into picking some bluegrass, starting with the slow tempo jam, as we always do, and working our way up through the tempos onto mid-tempo and fast tempos. Now, my interpretation of tempo, slow, mid, and fast, comes from a professional bluegrass perspective, right? So I'm always encouraging everybody to get onto the faster tempos. For you, mid-tempo might seem really, really fast, but that's okay. We got to get there and find ways to adjust our playing no matter what level we're at so that we can hang with players who are playing at these tempos, right? In the academy, on my online school, we start things real slow, 50, 70 beats per minute, stuff like that. But then, once you're in the real world, the tempo thing pops up, and we got to work our way up to tempos like 100, 120, 140, even if we're playing something simple, because why miss out on all that fun, right? So tonight, why don't we try to stick with it? I say that every time, but I'm saying it again. But we're going to start with nice, comfortable tempos here on the slow tempo jam. And we're starting with a song called Worried Man Blues. And this is on my curriculum at Flat Picking Academy. I figured this was a good place to start because lots of folks have been studying with me online, and wanted to get a handful of those songs, which are standard songs that we do in the jam anyway, into this set list to welcome those folks who have signed up since the last round. All of you regular Monday Jammers, welcome back. It's great to see you here. Make sure, please, that you check in on the chats on either Facebook or YouTube along the way. And I will just double check on the live streams before we get started. Getting there, getting there. I had a fabulous season out on the river, entertaining lots of folks out there, guiding lots of folks out there. Actually started trip leading, which was a big graduation for me, truly one of the great accomplishments of my life. Being in charge of an expedition going into the wilderness with 25 guests and 6 of my whitewater superheroes on the guide crew. It was humbling, and it was wonderful. And I'd like to do some more of that next season. But for now, I am focusing on music. And I was able to keep up on music through the season of the Drift. Like I said, I was entertaining on 4 of the music trips. And I always have my guitar with me, and I'm sitting in with the other bands, or pulling it out of the campfire at night, even if I'm not an official entertainer on those launches. But it's not easy on the hands, that kind of work. So I do my stretches, and whenever I'm able, I do a lot of practicing on guitar. So it feels great to be back here. Both of the streams are working. So here we go. Worried Man Blues. I'll just do a quick run through, as I always do, for those who are not familiar with the song. And I always shout out the numbers, because people might be in different capo positions. They might be thinking of things in a different key than the actual concert key. I don't think anyone in the key of G is going to be thinking that, but just to get used to it and to stick to our guns here, I'm going to shout the numbers as we go. So here's how Worried Man Blues goes. A 1 and a 1, 1 and a that's the whole song. I'm assuming that most of you here probably know that. It's pretty standard. And if you've ever been here before, you know it because I do this song a lot. I love this song. It's simple. It's fun. Great chance to play cool melodies and get cool G bluegrass licks in there, no matter what instrument you're playing. So here's how I might kick it off on the guitar. Remember, kickoff just refers to an instrumental introduction of the song. In bluegrass style, we typically play once through a verse, or it might be a shorter kickoff like a turnaround. But in this session, we almost always use either the verse or the chorus form to kick it off. So here's my interpretation of the melody of that verse arranged in a nice kickoff. So it might sound something like this. A 1, 2, 3. So that's just how I was feeling it today. A combination of cross-picking and melody strum. A couple of my guitar tricks. Got a new phone. My old phone got destroyed on the river. It was destroyed anyway. And so I finally got a nice new iPhone 14. I know they're about to come out with the 15, but I don't care. The 14 is good enough for me. And this is enough talking. Everybody's tuned up and ready now, I'm assuming. So here we go. You're going to kick us off on Worried Man Blues, and I hope you're singing along. And here we go in the key of G. I'll count you in. A 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. It takes a worried man to sing a worried song. Takes a worried man to sing a worried song. It takes a worried man to sing a worried song. I'm worried now, but I won't be worried long. First verse. I went down the river, I lay down to sleep. I went down the river, I lay down to sleep. I went down the river, I lay down to sleep. When I woke up, had shackles on my feet. It takes a worried man to sing a worried song. Takes a worried man to sing a worried song. It takes a worried man to sing a worried song. I'm worried now, but I won't be worried long. I'm gonna play. Links of chain all around my leg. 21 links of chain all around my leg. 21 links of chain all around my leg. And on each link is the initials of my name. It takes a worried man to sing a worried song. mountain line. Last chorus. It takes a worried man to sing a worried song. Takes a worried man to sing a worried song. It takes a worried man to sing a worried song. I'm worried now, but I won't be worried long. Okay, we're off and running. Worried Man Blues. Easy to play the melody, also really easy to get bluesy on that one. Here's a lovely melody and a song that I just kind of got into this year called Valley of Peace. I learned this from Danny Barnes. I saw him sing it on one of his Instagram posts and did some digging and realized Don Stover recorded it. I'm not sure what the source of the song is. Of course, Lynn Morris Band with Marshall Wilburn singing also did a cool recording of it. But Danny's a big fan of Don Stover, so I'm assuming that's where Danny got the song from. And it was just a lovely waltz in G that I had not heard and wasn't familiar with. And you know how it is, once you learn like a new song, you know, even if it's same style you always play, you know, something that's ever so slightly different, it just gets you excited about playing music again, right? So hopefully some of these songs on the list do that for you. This one did that for me. When I learned this song, I'm like, cool. You know, got all the words memorized and then just got excited to do this song every day because it was new to me. So let's find a tempo that works for the 3/4 time. So the way I do this is to have one click per beat. 2, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 2. I'm going to speed it up just a tiny bit. And maybe I'll split the difference. Okay, so this song goes like this. In the key of G. 1 and a 1 and 4 and 1. 5, 5 and 5. 1 and 1 and 4 and 4. 5 and 5 and a 1. So that's the chorus. And that's what we are going to be soloing on and kicking off the song. I'm trying to find a good volume there. And the verses are pretty simple. They're just 1, 4, 5. So the verses go dun, 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 and 4 and 4. 5 and 5 and a 1 and a 1. Dun, 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 4 and 4. 5 and 5 and 1. Here's the chorus again. 1 and 1 and 4 and 1. 5, 5 and 5. 1 and 1 and 4 and 4. 5 and 5 and 1. Something like that would be a fine kickoff. The melody itself just works so well on this, so you don't need to deviate too much from that. So here we go. Why don't you kick us off on Valley of Peace in the key of G. And I'll give you 4 measures to count off. 1, 2, 3, 4. shines. It sparkles and shines through the honeysuckle vines, and an old rustic well in my sweet little Nell. And for me, I know how she pines. Peace, peaceful valley of peace, where no sorrows are known. Like heaven, it's heaven to me, it seems. Peaceful valley, my home. Play. I'm gonna play it again. Thanks for indulging me. I didn't quite get it right my first time. Here we go, last verse. In the parlor a fire is burning so bright. The old rocking chair is empty tonight. That tumble-down shack is a palace to me, and that's where I'm longing to be. Peace, peaceful valley of peace, where no sorrows are known. Like heaven, it's heaven to me, it seems. Peaceful valley, my home. Like heaven, it's heaven to me, it seems. Peaceful valley, my home. Okay. Now remember, that little signal means we're going to tag it. And of course, the little dip of the headstock means we're going to end it. Okay, Valley of Peace. Good song. Thanks for letting me have another break on that. I was going for this, and I didn't quite get down to that melody note. And me, I like to get it right, so gave myself a do-over there. Okay, here in Facebook land. Hello, Daniel McPartlin in Richmond, Virginia. Nice to see you here, Daniel. And Fran, cabin friend Fran in Buffalo. Nice to see you, Fran, playing your OM 25 vintage. All right. And David Holcamp in New Mexico. Hi, Dave. Nice to see you here. And hello, Sandy in Bakersfield, always at the top of the list on the YouTube channel. Fourth summer on the river. Yep. It's something I do truly love. Keeps me in shape, and definitely learned a lot about myself and about how to get along in a group that stuck together for 4 days in trying situations. Dickie Derry, John Prine songs for the slow jam. Hey, let me think of something for next week. Sure. Paradise is a good one. Grandpa Was a Carpenter. We've done those on the jam before. And hello, Robert Andrews. Happy to have you here. Thanks for being here. Hi, Dave Schmidt. Hello, Ava York in Arcata. It's been fun working with you on the Artist Works, and your playing is wonderful. Hello, Rich Kiley from Augusta. All right, nice to see you again, Rich. Thanks for being here. Hi, Colin Burns, up late in the UK. Thanks for playing along. And Heinz Sky. Henskei. I'm not going to pronounce your handle correctly. I'm so sorry. But from Austria. Cool. Well, thank you so much for being here and for picking along from so far away. The wonders of technology. This is something, you know, we get back to nature and we enjoy the pure things without any of our devices and completely detaching. And then we get back and we connect again. And here we are jamming in 3 or 4 different countries all together. Pretty amazing. So we'll take the positives of being detached, and we'll also take the positives of being connected. Hansky. Maybe I'm saying that right. And hello, Lonesome Northwest Cowboy. Summer's Ends. A good one from John Prine. Okay. Yeah, if you want to put these in a message to me, I'll actually see them and remember them. But I'll get back to the program here. And, oh, we got some other friends on Facebook. Hello, Nina in New Mexico. John Keegan in Mainville, Ohio. And Richard Cockerham in Lenoir, North Carolina. Very cool. Thank you all for being here and playing along. Good to be back at it. And I will be here next Monday as well. These are the 2 I've got scheduled for the time being. And then I'll keep you posted week to week for now. And hopefully everyone's out there. It was great seeing a bunch of folks at Augusta Bluegrass Week over the summer and Steve Kaufman's Acoustic Camp. And I went to Rocky Grass Festival just for fun to listen and enjoy and jam with some folks. So obviously, you know, pandemic is well, pandemic's still happening, I guess, but we're all out there picking with each other again. So you don't need me as much as you did during the shutdown. But this has become such a wonderful routine for me to, you know, put myself on the spot on this video for everyone here. And I've heard from so many of you that it still very much helps you. So I'll keep doing Mondays when I'm able and when I have a location and I'm in range. So next we have Miss McLeod's Reel, and this one, again, one of the tunes that I teach in all my workshops as a good intro to G major kind of tune. And this is in the fundamentals part of the curriculum on my Flat Picking Academy on ArtistWorks, and been making lots of video exchanges on this tune. So I thought this would be a wonderful time to have a little jam on Miss McLeod's Reel. So here we are at a nice, easy tempo. Okay, so I'll just kind of run you through the tune real quick in case you don't know it. The A part goes in the key of G. And a 1, 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 and a 5, and a 1, and a 1, and a 1, 4, 4, and a 5, and a 1. That's the A part. The B part is exactly the same chord changes, but the melody is slightly different. The B part goes da da da, 1 and a 1, da da da, 5 and a 5, da da da, 1 and a 1, 4, 4 and a 5 and a 1. Okay, so I won't spend any more time there. Remember, if this is a new thing and you don't know the tune very well, you can always just come back when this is over and mark the time of where we are in the video and go over it again. So here we go, Miss McLeod's Reel in the key of G. The way this will go is I'll kick it off, as I do on the instrumentals. So it'll go me, and then you, and then me, and then you again, and you'll tag it after that second time through. So here we go, Miss McLeod's Reel. I'll kick us off in the key of G. hope my little ending tag lined up with your tag. But that's how we often do it if it's one and the other. A little question and answer kind of tag. And usually, if we're both playing on the second half something cool, we're in the same key, and hopefully it'll all just work out fine. So I'm encouraging you to go for it on things like that. If you're not sure if you're going to step on someone's toes or not, for this event, just play and do it. If you step on someone's toes and it sounds wonderful, great. If it doesn't, then you'll know kind of how to approach it when you're playing live with someone else. Okay, next on the list, Will the Roses Bloom Where She Lies Sleeping? So a lot of these are songs that I do often at the jams, and it being, gosh, how long? 6 weeks since we did the last one? This is great to do songs that I'm familiar with, and hopefully that you're familiar with too. I'm still very much in the re-entry process, which is something that happens when I'm in the wilderness all summer. We're out there socializing with people. It's not like that. It's just being on the spot with lights and cameras and the technology and that kind of thing, So I wanted to take it easy on myself and take it easy on everybody, but we'll get a little more adventurous next week with some songs. So Will the Roses Bloom Where She Lies Sleeping in the key of C. I've also been encouraging folks from Flat Picking Academy to come over here and do this, because most of these songs are not in my curriculum, but they're similar songs. So this is just a great way, of course, as most of you know, to just go over bluegrass standards and just get them in your head a little bit, right? You can work out all the details as you go. Pick the songs you love. I love this song, and I will play this any day with any of you out there if we find ourselves in the same location. So this goes in the key of C. And a 1 and 1 and a 4 and a 1 and 1 and a 5 and a 1 and 1 and a 4 and a 1 and 5 and a 1. I'm going to back down the tempo just a wee click. Again, I just was talking about how I'm taking it easy on you, right? So my kickoff will go something like this. 1, 2, 3. So it's pretty true to the melody there. Bonus points if you get this one. Where my darling sleeps beneath the sand. Interesting melody. At least those last few notes. Okay. So now you will kick us off here in the key of C. Will the Roses Bloom Where She Lies Sleeping? Good old Flat and Scruggs song. Here you go. A 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Will the roses bloom where she lies sleeping? Will the flowers shed their petals there? Will the dewdrops fall upon the roses where my darling sleeps beneath the sand? I'll play. dark and it was curly, and I'd love her till the day I die. Will the roses bloom where she lies sleeping? Will the flowers shed their petals there? Will the dewdrops fall upon the roses where my darling sleeps beneath the sand? Play. How I miss my darling as she's sleeping underneath a beautiful sky. I miss her more now that she's left me. I know we've said our last goodbye. Will the roses bloom where she lies sleeping? Will the flowers shed their petals there? Will the dewdrops fall upon the roses where my darling sleeps beneath the sand? Okay. And it's especially fun to sing tenor, as many of you probably did just now. I hope you were singing that high harmony. And I'm not sure if the original is in C, and of course they tuned a half step sharp, so it might sound like C sharp on the recording, or it might be in D or D sharp as you would hear it. But that key of C is a nice comfortable key for me, singing that one. I can handle it in D for sure if we're jamming and like really letting loose. Anyhow, I wanted to address another thing. So this came up on a couple of the video exchanges lately on Artist Works. You know, because everyone who's played along with me is used to this. You know, we have this on the backbeat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. It's the mandolin chop. So the question was, where do you tap your foot? Well, I still tap my foot on the downbeat. So I'm tapping 1, 2. Like the way my head is going, that's where I'm tapping my foot. So it's like keeping track of both halves, each half of the beat. The 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. A little teachable tidbit for you. Okay, moving on. Jimmy Brown, the Paperboy. Okay. Also known as Jimmy Brown, the Newsboy. Also known as just good old Jimmy Brown. I'm going to do this in the key of F. So I'm capoing 5 and playing out of C position, which is a wonderful option for guitar players. Banjo players, you're probably capoing 3 and playing out of D position, I would imagine. Mandolin and fiddle, you're just playing in the key of F. So this one goes like this. It's just 1 and 5, very simple song. 1 and a 1 and 1 and a 5. 5 and a 5, 5 and a 1. 1 and a 1 and 1 and a 5. 5 and a 5 and 5 and a 1. So when we're playing it, it goes straight through like that. When I'm singing it, I'll leave a little pause in the middle of that verse or chorus. And you'll hear that. You'll be able to follow just fine. The other consideration is at the end of a verse or a chorus. Sell the morning paper, sir. My name is Jimmy Brown. We have a little pause of 2 beats at the end of the singing as well. Okay? So if you've been practicing along with the practice track on Artist Works, you're going to hear it go straight through the whole time. But this is a thing that you got to adjust when you're playing in a performance setting, where oftentimes the vocalist or the band or the arrangement will leave those little stylistic pauses in there. That's part of the bluegrass style. Okay, let's see. Yeah, that's a good tempo. Okay, here we go. So I'm going to kick it off this way. This is my example of a kickoff. 1, 2, 3. Something like that. It's just such a quintessential little guitar piece. Here you go. Kick us off on Jimmy Brown, the Paperboy, in the key of F. A 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. I sell the morning paper, sir. My name is Jimmy Brown. Everybody knows me, sir, the newsboy of the town. You can hear me crying, morning star, running along the street. I've got no hat upon my head, no shoes upon my feet. Here I go. Never mind, sir, how I look, don't look at me and frown. I sell the morning paper, sir, my name is Jimmy Brown. I'm awful cold and hungry, sir, my clothes are mighty thin. I wander around from place to place, my daily bread to win. And I sell the morning paper, sir, my name is Jimmy Brown. Everybody knows me, sir, the newsboy of the town. You can hear me crying, morning star, running along the street. I've got no hat upon my head, no shoes upon my feet. Play. My father died a drunkard, sir, I've heard my mother say. I sell the morning paper, sir, to help her on life's way. My mother often tells me, sir, I've nothing in the world to lose. I've got a place in heaven, sir, to sell the gospel news. I'll play it again. like you're supposed to pity the kid or something. I don't know. Like it's an old song. You know, the kid is poor. His mother tells him he's got nothing in the world to lose, right? But it's such a sweet story, and you actually like, I don't know, I'm envious of this kid for having such a positive attitude. Okay, we got a few more songs here on the slow jam. Little Maggie, why not? Key of A. One that most of us learned from the Stanley Brothers, of course. I know a few of you out there probably learned it from Billy Strings. That's fine. But those of you who learned it from Billy Strings, I bet you went back and checked out the Stanley Brothers version, didn't you? That's what Billy would want you to do. Okay, so I'm gonna start working the tempo up a little bit. This is typically a fast-ish, song, but we're gonna do a nice slow version of it here. And this would be a good time to hydrate. Those of us singing the big high E notes. Now Ralph Stanley, of course, would sing this up in B. I'm just sticking to the friendly bluegrass key of A here. So it's a 1 and a flat 7 major, okay? So if you're capoed like I am, it's a G and an F. If you're not capoed, it's an A and a G. Those are the concert chords. And then you got a 5 chord as well. So 1, flat 7, and a 1 and 5 and a 1. 1 and 1 flat 7. 1 and 5 and a 1. Okay? I'll back it down a tiny bit. I'm trying to take it easy on everybody. So here we go. My kickoffs might go something like a 1, 2, 3. And we'll just keep it really straight, no holds on the vocal, just the little holds at the end of the phrase. So I won't hold the high note for an extra couple beats the way it's often done. I'm just going to sing it straight through. Okay? So kick us off on Little Maggie in the key of A. A 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Over yonder stands little Maggie, down the stream with a 44 around her and a banjo on her knee. I got it. Lay down your last gold dollar. Lay down your gold watch and chain. Little Maggie's gonna dance for Daddy. Just listen to that old banjo ring play. Go away, little Maggie. Go and do the best you can. I'll get me another woman. You can get you another man. Okay. A little bit of old style sexism in that song, forgive me. It's just an old song. Okay, so moving right along. I mean, the woman has the opportunity to get her revenge. She's got a 44, strapped to her and a banjo on her knee. Anyway, you can't be completely appropriate on some of the old songs. But we try. Okay, Cripple Creek in A. This one's completely appropriate because it's an instrumental. Hello, P. Kelly Kramer from Littleton, Colorado. Hi, Sherry Bornoff. Hello, Sherry from Pennsylvania. Thanks for being here. Hi, Terry. Terry Weller Godwin. Nice to see you here. Sean Soren from Salida. Hey, Sean, yeah. Saw you down in Salida last week. And ran into you out on the river, if you're the same Sean. I think you are. And over on YouTube land, Gritting Fool 34 in Maine, Todd Schmidt in New Jersey. Ava is in Costa Rica, house sitting for a month. Wow. Connect me with that person next time. And Hansky in Austria. Very cool. I got it almost right. Okay. Cripple Creek in A, and let's see, tempo wise we're gonna be pretty close, but maybe just a tiny bit faster. This is one of those tunes that if you're playing the basic version, you can do it at any tempo, no matter how blazing fast it goes. It's just the right? But I'm encouraging everybody as they're working through this tune to double up. But you can always go back to that basic version of the melody if it's getting a little too quick for you. So here we go, Cripple Creek. Remember, you go twice through the song form. So I'll do that when I kick it off. I'll play it twice all the way through. And then you'll play it twice all the way through. A, B, A, B. Then I'll do the same thing again. A, B, A, B. And then you'll do the same thing again. And you'll tag it. So me, you. 2 times through the song, the tune each time. Here we go. I will kick it off. My new phone is giving me notifications on the laptop. So that's what that ding is about. I will Try to figure out how to rearrange that. Okay, here we go. Cripple Creek in A. I'm kicking it off. Okay. Fun. One more song on the list, and it is Leavin in the key of B. So working our way up to some B bluegrass here. Song written by Jack Tottle and made famous by James King, among others, mostly James King. So we'll do this one, and then we'll break ever so quickly probably for the mid-tempo jam, which will start at quarter till. So come on back. We'll be picking up right where we left off tempo-wise and moving into a whole bunch of fun other songs that I want you all to know, and I enjoy playing them. So this song in the key of B, well, first I'll kind of fill you in on some happenings. There are some gigs here and there. I had a whole bunch of gigs like right away last week, right after I got off the river. But I'll be in Salt Lake City a week from tomorrow with Chris Pandolfi and friends. It's going to be a really cool band. Chris Pandolfi, Jeremy Garrett, Ace Angfer, and me. It's going to be real fun. It's the Drake Fly Fishing Awards show at the Depot in Salt Lake City, Tuesday the 26th. And then I have a bunch of private events that I'm doing, and then getting busy again in October with some dates. So I just sent out an email today. If you're not on my email list, go ahead and jump on that at tylergrant.com, and I'll keep you up to date But as usual, I'm being real selective about gigs. You all know how to find me, so hit me up if you need anything. And of course, I'm keeping up with many of you on Artist Works right now. So that's about it. Celestial happenings. The annular eclipse will be visible in areas of the Southwest on October 14th. I'm actually going to be on the San Juan River for that. I'm real excited. Okay, here we go. Let's play Leavin. This song is in B, and it goes 1 and a 1 and 1 and a 4, 5 and 5 and 5 and a 1, 1 and 1 and 1 and a 4, 5 and 5 and 5 and a 1. Something like that for the kickoff. Okay, here you go. Kick us off on Leavin in the key of B. A 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Okay. Well, thank you all so much. I'll be back in 5 minutes with the mid-tempo jam. As always, I appreciate the donations, and I'll see you there.